Hello everyone and welcome back to Next Gen competition here in Season 6 for Round 2 of the NASCAR GT season here for the Fast Formula 30, an event that has become a regular fixture on the NASCAR GT calendar and is once again returning this season, hopefully for another exciting event at a track that has failed to disappoint so far in its NASCAR GT history, and I sure hope it won't tonight. I hope you're all excited for today's event. It should be another exciting one. We've got a nice field at the moment of 12 cars, I believe, so far in. So I will quickly check who, if anyone, is missing, and then we can get started. Just a few, I think maybe 2 drivers are missing at the moment. So let's wait a second, just give them a minute to see if they are able to join. I don't think they'll be in stage 1, sadly, but we've got 12 cars here ready for the start of stage 1, which will start in a few moments. Hopefully everything is going to work, fingers crossed, and it is. So just a few moments now until the second race of the season begins, and the first race, crucially, on a road course, which is going to be an interesting dynamic shift from the last time out in the Blue Moon 200. Of course, the big speedway circuit means that really anyone can win. Of course, there is a particular set of skills required to win on the Blue Moon Speedway. However, here is a very different set of skills to do well, which means that we're going to see something hopefully quite different, some different faces up at the front, although for the grid at least it'll be very similar to how they finished last time out with a championship order grid, which will be the case for all NASCAR GT races, until, of course, we get a qualifying ability in Gran Turismo 7, sadly still unable to do that in this game so far. Yes, hopefully that'll be an option soon, as the cars are just going to get up into grid positions now, and I don't think I have an off-board view, so I'm going to have to exit and rejoin. There we go. Now we'll quickly see the field getting into their positions and getting ready for the race. It will be Aston Lewis on the pole position, with Adam Richardson lining up alongside him on the front row. Let's get the stream up, see what all of the people are saying and everything. Please, if you are watching, feel free to say hi in the comments, and already Kieran has said that his lobby has crashed, so he's going to have to rejoin for stage 2, sadly. There you can see the field getting ready to start today's race. Let's have a quick rundown of the field. On the front row, we have Aston Lewis and Adam Richardson, the 2 Phoenix Motorsport cars lining up in the front row, of course getting a 1-2 last time out and that exciting finish. On the second row, we have Matt Pulio and Scott Sandover, another 2 drivers that shone in that last race. Then we have Jono Mills lining up with George Hassart behind him. Then comes Dylan Graham with Ben Driscoll and Chloe Glennon behind him. Then comes Seb Mills and I believe Julius in the last position there, as yeah, that is everyone in the field getting ready for the race. You can see them making their way through the final corner. Hopefully they can get into their grid position so we can say green this time. And they are looking like they're all in position now. The field bunching up into their positions, got a few gaps in the field here and there, but for the most part it's all looking good. As we get ready now for round 2 of Season 6, we are racing here, green flags in the air, and they're racing in the Fast Formula 30, and it's a great start for Aston Lewis, who will lead down into turn on a high-speed left-hander, jumping off the banking, straight into a very flat corner here, no camber at all, and then straight back up onto the banking on exit. Aston Lewis leads away, ahead of his Phoenix Motorsport teammate, Adam Richardson. Then we have Matt Pulio and Scott Sandover side by side for third place there. Number 5 and 23 car, always a big slide there for the 5. Pulio sliding and spinning. That's Pulio around backwards into the barriers there. The first of the spinners today is Matt Pulio. He is around there in the number 5 for Fast Formula Racing, but up at the front it is Aston Lewis and Adam Richardson up front, trying to pull away from the pack, but look at this pack racing their way through the hairpin. A very, very tricky corner there, no real solid brake marker. He's got a car off there. Is that Chloe Glennon going slowly? It looks like it. She's kept the car going though, lost a little bit of time, but she's still making that car move. So we will continue the race as normal, but up the front now it is still Aston Lewis. We've got 1 car spinning so far, another 2 will bring out a caution. 3 cars required for a caution to come out, that's 3 spins or significant time loss. But yes, Aston Lewis up front, already building a nice gap to his teammate in second. As Scott Sandover in the number 23 car pushing along the number 7 of Richardson down into turn 1, trying to work together to build up a gap behind and also try and close in on the leader. But Aston Lewis is no slouch. He's going to be a tough car to reel back in. The current championship leader, the winner in the Blue 200, already locked into the playoffs. But he is looking at another victory here today. But it's only stage 1. We're only a lap or 2 in. It's a long, long way to go in this one as you see them flying through this track. As you got to think that was, yeah, indeed, John Mills has gone wide. He loses control and he spins back into the path of another car. Who was that? I believe that was his brother. Seth Mills has looked at that drama in the background as that is John Mills trying to get back up to speed. Is that another car involved? It does look, oh, that's Sauber around. So we are going to throw the first caution of the day here. And the caution is out in the fast one of the 30. Drama early on in this race, and Aston Lewis, the leader, is going to have to back off his pace. The field will close back in, and they'll get another go at this one as the cars have had some early issues in this race, getting up to speed quickly. Phil now starting to bunch up. We won't be able to go green this time, so we'll have to wait a lap, and then we will get going again. You can see all the field making their way around. But yes, Aston Lewis, the only driver currently locked into the playoffs for this season, so he's got no pressure going for this race. Of course, you know, obviously he wants to do well, get as many points as possible, but in terms of sort of his long-term, long-season sort of situation, he's already locked in the playoffs, so he's guaranteed a top 8 position in the championship. Unless something goes drastically wrong, but which is incredibly unlikely to happen. So he's really looking at an early season championship contender, but as I said, it's very early season. We haven't even visited a short oval track yet, which is another entire different skill set. But again, one that Aston seems to have. He's proven in the past winning on those sorts of tracks. He is certainly something he's capable of doing. So keep an eye on him even on those tracks. Aston Lewis, so far, we're only 3 laps into the first road course of the season, with 1 race prior. It's looking like Aston's got a decent situation, but it's a long way to go here as the field is now going to be bunched up, and we will be able to go green this time here in the fast form of the 30. Although I managed to mess that up. Typing green this time. I think I'll be good at it by now. And there we go. The fun car is just about going to catch up to the back of the pack here in time. Aston Lewis up at the front, getting ready to restart here. Aston Lewis on the inside, Adam Richardson on the outside, and they are racing once again here in the fast form of the 40. It's Lewis with a huge jump off the line, big gap over his teammate already as they race their way down towards turn 1. It's going to give them all the chance to try and battle their way into the first corner. Driscoll looking to the inside, Mills on the inside of him. There could be some contact there. It looks like they've all got through nicely, as then we see Sandover and Mills side by side off the corner. Look at them climbing up the banking. It's a very aggressive change of banking there. Gives a real challenge for these cars. It's all straight on there. That's Dylan Graham, who's gone off wide into the grass. He's going to drop all the way down to the back of the field. But if we look further up the road, they all look to be keeping it just about stable through here. Pulio, who spun off earlier on in the race, already back up into 6th place now. As Driscoll up into 3rd here after starting very low, and he's sent one down the inside of Richardson in the 7. That's going to allow Seth Mills to get through as well. Oh, there's a little bit of banging of doors there as they drop through into this next couple of corners. Mills, oh, and a bit of a bump returned from the 7 of Richardson. He puts the bumper to him, but not able to make the move. So is Mills now up into 3rd place. Richardson falls in to 4th. Richardson went from 2nd to 4th, all in the matter of corners there. But look now as they make their way through the 3rd corner. Look at this. Racing, it's Sandover on the back of Mills. Will he work together? Will he go for the move? Richardson now down into 5th place. Look at them now. Oh, that's a spinner in the back. And that is Chloe Glennon, who has gone around at the back of the field. That's 1 spinner already in this stage. As we see Aston Lewis always wide there from Richardson, a very wide line. He's going to get 2 cars in 1. What a move there from the number 7 car. Can he keep this move up though? Because he's got Mills on his inside and the number 4 car racing. That's going to be very close to the grass. And off the grass in the background, I believe that was Sandover, who's now dropped down into 6th place in the number 23 car. As now we see the number 5 of Pulio getting involved here as well. Great scrap for 3rd place here. The 7 ahead of the 4 and the 5. All of these guys are racing like it's the last lap for this 3rd place. Look at them sliding through these slow speed corners. You can see the lack of grip these cars have. They're not really designed for road course racing in the same way that you'd see a traditional GT car set up for it. These cars very on the limit, as you see, very wide there from Pulio. But already up into 5th place, almost have to spin. Is that the race leader? Aston Lewis with a huge slide, but a huge save. And Driscoll, the winner of this event last season, has taken the lead of the Fast Formula 30 with another 3 laps left in this stage. It is Driscoll ahead of Lewis in the number 11 car, but it's the number 36 out front here for Dalton Autosport. We've got Pulio and Lewis side by side going into turn 1. It looks like Lewis has stayed ahead here, as that's then number 4 of Mills looking to the inside of the 5. Gets that move done. Does he? Looks like he's going to get it done as they come off the corner. Or no, Pulio around the outside is going to keep it. Can he make the move stick all the way around the outside? Oh, but he's off into the grass and into the wall. And that's going to allow Adam Richardson up into 3rd place now. They're swapping positions all over the place. Lewis goes wide. Lewis is retaking the lead here in this race. Driscoll's dropped back to 2nd. And then we have Mills in 3rd place ahead of Richardson in 4th. Richardson down the inside of the 7. Down the inside of the tight, tricky hairpin. It's so slow speed. You've got to really manage your brake. Can you throttle constantly through there? And Richardson and Mills still side by side as they make their way through this double apex hairpin. Really easy to get wide on exit, and that's exactly what the 7 has done there. That's allowed the 4 and the 5 up ahead of him. The 2 teammates for Fast Formula Racing working together here as they now battle. But as I say that, they're 3 wide nearly for that position. As look at them scrapping their way towards the end of this stage we go. Pulio on the inside of Richardson. Mills right behind them. Up at the front we have Driscoll and Lewis battling it out for the lead. Will Driscoll go for a move into turn 1? It looks like he's going to look to the outside. Can he outbrake the number 11 car on the inside? He's going to go all the way around the outside of turn 1. The 36 versus the 11. Driscoll almost in the wall on corner exit. That's going to give Lewis the chance to fight back, and Lewis will retain the lead. But Driscoll down the inside. He has to back out of that one. That could have gone drastically wrong. Driscoll into 2nd place. Behind them is the car off in the big way. That's Pulio again, who seems to be struggling at this part of the track. And now down in 6th place. Sander into 5th. Mills up in 4th. Richardson having a bit of breathing space in 3rd. But Driscoll and Lewis, these 2, look like they are set to have an epic battle for the win here today. As there is 1 lap remaining at the end of this one in stage 1. It's Lewis ahead of Driscoll. As things stand, Lewis trying to extend that lead, break that slipstream, make sure that he can stay comfortably ahead onto the final lap. But he dips a wheel off the edge of the track there. That is not going to help his grip, but it looks like he's got through the corner all right. It is Lewis ahead of Driscoll, ahead of Richardson in the number 7 for Phoenix Motorsport, trying to regain some ground on these leaders. But at the moment, Phoenix Motorsport leading the way here. Just like in the Blue Moon 200, it's Aston Lewis out front with 1 lap to go in stage 1. He's leading the field as they make their way into turn 1 now. Driscoll right on the back of him in the number 36 car for Dalton Autosport. Dalton Autosport now with only 1 car in their team at the moment. They are searching for a replacement for, sadly, Rick DeBray's. Driscoll goes down the inside. Where's that move come from? A very, very bold move. They're both sliding. Lewis is in the grass nearly. Lewis fights back down the inside. Driscoll going for the car pack. Richardson getting involved here. Richardson's having a great couple of corners. Really making a lot of gains there whilst those 2 are battling up ahead. Driscoll down the inside. That's going to struggle to make the apex, surely. He just about gets it done. He moves Aston wide. Lewis in the 11, sliding on exit. Driscoll's going to have to cover the inside. Lewis down the inside in the number 11 for Phoenix Motorsport, trying to get the lead back. He elbows, he barges Driscoll out the way. Driscoll drops back into 2nd place. Lewis retakes the lead ahead of Driscoll, ahead of Richardson. For the final corner they go. 1 final corner left in this stage, and then a straight comes after it. Lewis is going to have to block and block and block to try and hold on here. The slipstream will give Driscoll the advantage as they make their way towards the line. It's Lewis who will win stage 1 here in the Fast Formula 30. It is Lewis who keeps up his winning ways. Stage 1 goes to the number 11 car for Phoenix Motorsport, with then Driscoll and Richardson in 3rd place there. Another great stage for Phoenix Motorsport, with then the Fast Formula Racing car of Seb Mills ahead of Scott Sandover for Funny F1 Racing in 5th place there. Those are the 5 stage points drivers up at the back. We see the final few cars crossing the line now, and they bring stage 1 to a conclusion. Out front though, Aston Lewis wins stage 1 here in the Fast Formula 30. Having a brief break now for these drivers to save the replays of that first stage. Make sure they're all back in the lobby ready for stage 2. Give them a brief pause to relax and rest after what was a very busy stage 1. And we'll see how everyone is doing after that one. Just wait a few moments now. Hopefully Kieran Kevin will be able to rejoin now. It looks like he might be having a couple issues there with his PlayStation. As I think my game may have frozen as well here, which isn't a good sign. My game has indeed frozen. That is not good. Hopefully you can still hear me. But GT7 doing GT7 things, sadly. I will try and find a fix, although I fear there may not be one, other than having to briefly pause the stream after stage 1 and come back for stage 2. As it would appear, GT7 has decided that continuing is not an option. I managed to save the replay before it froze, which is, I suppose, one good thing. But yeah, I'm going to have to restart the game, which means the stream will end. But we'll be back in a quick moment here. Apologies for this, but we'll be back